everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial on how I've been doing my hair recently. So if you guys follow my channel, you know that I'm in the process of going blonde. I'm going to be showing you guys how I've been styling my hair since I went blonde. I've definitely switched up things from being a brunette. When I had a solid dark hair, I noticed that I liked a side part better on me, but ever since going blonde, I've been rocking the middle part and I like it a lot better. It just adds a little bit more fullness to my hair, and I've just been all around styling it a little bit differently since I went blonde. So I thought that I would give you guys my tips and tricks on, still being able to style your hair when you're bleaching it, but something that's not going to be as damaging to your hair. So I'm going to get started and show you guys what I've been doing. So the first thing that I do is take a dry shampoo. I have two that I really like. I like this Paul Mitchell one. This is called the Dry Wash. And then the other one that I've actually really been liking is Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Refreshing Dry Shampoo. So I just have a little sample size from Target, but this has literally lasted me a long time. And I think this is the one I'm going to use today. I'm almost out of this one. And this is what my hair looks like just naturally. I do have a little wave to my hair, but I have very fine hair. And I do kind of have a lot of hair. It's just really fine, and right now it's very damaged. So I like to use a dry shampoo just to give me some texture in my hair and just a little bit more of volume and lift. So I just apply this to my roots. I just like to separate it in a couple sections and spray it right at my root and go in and just take my fingers and kind of mess it up. I like this one a lot because it doesn't leave a white cast or streak in my hair. Especially when I had dark hair, because that's like the most annoying thing when it looks like you have baby powder at your root or dandruff or something. So then when I have it all sprayed in, I just go back in and just kind of shake my hair out. And then next I'm going to go in with a thermal protection spray, and the one that I love and I swear by is the Paul Mitchell Hot Off the Press. I've been using this for years and I've went through so many of these. I like this one a lot because it obviously protects my hair from heat, but it also gives me a little hold. I don't even think that it claims to give a hold. Actually, it does. It says it's a hairspray. It's a thermal protection hairspray, which makes sense because it does give my hair a little bit of hold, which is great because I do have really fine hair, so it helps my curls to stay in a lot longer. So what I do is just kind of finger comb my hair out. Nothing crazy because I'm going to go in and brush it in just a minute. So I just kind of finger comb it, split it into two sections, and then I'll take my top section here. If you have a lot more hair, you can divide this up in smaller sections, but obviously I don't. So I just take this and do a couple sprays down my hair, like so. And I'll do the bottom part here, just like that. Same thing to the other side. And then I just sit and let that dry for a minute, just so that it's not really wet when I go to brush it. It'll just kind of dry and kind of harden like a hairspray a little bit. And then once I feel like it's dry enough, I'll go in with a boar brush. The reason why I like to use a boar brush is because I usually get a lot of buildup here at my roots. And I forgot to mention to you guys, I'm on second day hair, but I didn't curl it or anything because I wanted to show you guys this video. So sometimes if I'm not working, I won't really curl my hair. I'll just let it go until the day before I go to work, and then I will curl it, sleep on it, and then I really like the way that my hair looks like the second and third day. So I'm just on regular second day hair right now, so I haven't washed my hair in 2 days, and then I'll go in with a boar brush. The reason why I like a boar brush is because after sleeping on it, I'll start to get, just some oil buildup, just like everyone in the world. Usually we get oil buildup right here at the root, and a boar brush is great because it distributes the oil from the root to the end, and obviously my ends are a little dry because they're damaged from bleaching it. So I like to use a boar brush if you are someone that has a lot of hair and you're like, no, I have way too much oil in my hair, I don't want it spread throughout, then you can just use a regular just paddle brush. But I like to use a boar brush, plus a boar brush gives me a little bit more volume to my hair and just makes it look a little fuller since it is so fine. So I'm just going to section off my hair once again and take my boar brush and just brush through my hair to get any knots out of it before we go to curl it. It makes it a lot easier that way. Alright, now that I have my hair brushed, I just like to go back in and kind of just mess that root area up just a little bit to get the volume back in it. And then I just make sure that my part is where I want it. I've been kind of experimenting on, you know, the angle. I have a really like bumpy head, so trying to get a middle part perfect is a really big deal. Like, it takes some work, but I think I finally have it like in the middle where I want it. So then I just grab my curling iron that I'm going to use, and this is the Pro Tools NT Plus Tourmaline, and I actually broke the top off of it. I probably need a new one. I actually want to buy this size in a wand, like a clipless wand. I just haven't got around to it yet, but this one works just fine for me. If you do have a lot of hair and it's a lot longer than mine, then you probably want to use a wand, but this one works for me, and I believe that this is a 1 1/4 inch. So that's what I'm going to be using today. I have this one set on 400 today, so it is hot. Be careful, especially if you're using a clipless wand. Those things get so hot. And 2 years ago on my birthday, I literally burnt my hand, and I had 2nd-degree burns, so that's not fun. And before I start curling, I'm actually going to section my hair off. So I just do 2 sections on each side. Any clip you have will work. I just pop whatever clip I have around in my hair. I like to start with the front pieces and move my way to the back, and I like to do pretty small sections about this size. The smaller the section, the tighter the curl is going to be, but it's also going to last longer, and we can always make it loose at the end. So I like to do smaller sections, especially since I do have finer hair. I just feel like those work best on my hair. So I take a section about this big. And the most important thing when you're trying to get these kind of curls is that your wand is spaced straight down. So as you can see, mine is like completely vertical downward, and that's what's going to give you this kind of curl. And I also like to leave the little tail of my curl out right here. You can see that. I kind of bend it back and forth just so it has like a bend in it, but I like it to be a little straighter. It makes my hair look longer. So that is what the curl will look like when it comes out. I just let it set and move on to my next piece. And I do all of the curls away from my face. I forgot to mention that. But sometimes I like to do, you know, one away from my face, one towards my face, one away from my face. But with this look, I like to do them all away from my face. So that's what they look like right now. They look kind of tight, but don't worry, because at the end, they're going to be nice and full and loose. So now I'm going to go ahead and move to the top section. And with the top section, I like to take out my bang area. So starting at like the top of my ear over, I like to take that section and just kind of move it to the side for a minute. And then I will start on the top, doing the exact same thing as I did the bottom. And I don't like to start like way up at the root. I like to start like right there. And again, making sure that the curling iron is pointed downward. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how I do my bangs. So you can brush them out if you want again, and I like to bring them forward like that. I don't like my bang to like be completely over like that when I do this look. I like to drag it down a little bit. Then I like to section this piece off in two like that. And I will start with this piece first. And I like to bring this one right here. I don't like to bring it right up at the root again. I like to just start a little lower and I pull this one towards my face. Kind of like a little bit of resistance, pulling it forward, and that's gonna make that like sling back motion. You guys will see what I'm talking about when I'm done. But I like to just pull it towards my face instead of like bringing it so far like that. And I'm still leaving the little end out of it. Now I'm going to do this very front piece, and I do the exact same thing. I start about right there, a little lower, and I bring it in towards my face like this. Well, not towards my face, but you guys know what I mean. No curling away from my face though. So that is what it will look like. Right there. Now I'll just let this side set for a couple minutes, and I'll go ahead and do this side, and then I'll be back to show you how I do my bang on this side again, and then loosen everything up and show you guys what the final look looks like. So now I'm ready to do my bang on this side. So again, I just split it into 2 sections. Angle my wand downward and pull towards my face. Just like that. Alright, so now I'm just going to let all of this cool for a couple more minutes, and then I'll be back to show you guys the finishing touches that I put on it to make it look real wavy and loose and set in place. Okay, so it's been like 3 or 4 minutes now, and I feel like it's pretty good and set. So what I like to do is take my fingers and just start to run my fingers through it. If you're more comfortable using a paddle brush, you could do that. It's just going to loosen your curls a lot more. So it just depends on like the look and the style you want to go with. But I like to loosen them up with my fingers. So I just start on one side, and I just kind of, you know, wiggle my fingers through my hair. And I also kind of just pull them downward a little bit just to, I don't know, I just feel like that loosens them really nicely. Makes them look like not as structured, just a little looser, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. And once I have it good and loose, I like to take some of the L'Oreal Boosted High Lift Creation Spray. And I know a lot of people use this like right at their roots, and I do with some looks too, but I also like this just to put throughout my curls. So I just hold my curls like this, do a couple sprays, just play with my hair a little bit. Same thing on this side, just a couple sprays, go through. Just kind of tousle my hair. And then for the front of my hair, I like my part to like be as close as possible recently. I just really have been liking that look, so I bring mine as close as I can together, and then do a couple sprays on the front of my hair. And the great stuff about this is you can still get in your hair and mess with it and loosen it up even more. It just gives a nice hold for when you want hold. So I like that spray a lot. And it's really affordable. You can get it at the drugstore. It's a good spray. Now if you wanted your curls even looser, you could go in with a paddle brush or your board brush and go from the inside and just brush your curls out. I like to do this sometimes with the back just to give more of like just like a sexy wave to my hair. So I do that sometimes. It's completely up to you though. You don't have to do that. I like how it breaks it up though. You can see it's a little bit just more natural and wavy. As far as the front goes, I pretty much just leave it like this. I leave it a little bit more curly for the first day, because on the second and third day it really loosens up and looks so good. So I just leave it like this. If you cannot stand how like structured it looks, you can definitely go in and, you know, use your board brush or your fingers and loose it up even more. But I like to do this on the first day. And then the last thing that I like to do is go in with a shine spray, and I love this one by, this one's by Paul Mitchell too. This is the Awapui Wild Ginger Shine Spray. Love this stuff. It smells so good. And I just spray a little bit of this in my hair. It doesn't make me look oily or greasy, but it just gives my hair a nice luster. Just a really pretty shine. So I just go in and just tap it on some of the areas of my hair. Spritz a little bit of it throughout my hair. You don't really need much. just like to do a little bit. It smells so good. That's pretty much it. This is how I've been wearing my hair a lot lately. Like I said, I love the way that it looks like on the second and third day of having these curls in my hair. It looks so good, you guys. I wake up in the morning, I'll brush it out just a tiny bit, add a little bit more volumizing spray, and I'm good to go for like the next 4 days. So super simple, and it still looks really pretty and put together, I think. I think that this is a beautiful everyday look, but I also think it's very like still glamorous for the holidays. So let me know if you guys try it out, and if you guys want to see more hair tutorials in the future, be sure to let me know. And thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.